Hi Linda, Michael here. I would like to propose the following business plan so that Roma Rice may place its business in the best position possible to innovate, create and prosper in an industry facing not only technological changes, but future challenges relating to climate change and often fluctuating economic conditions. The best way to build a successful business model is to build strong foundations. And in order to build strong foundations in business, we must firstly inspire strength and confidence in the business entities that we deal with. This is achieved by using the tools available to us in the most effective and efficient way possible. Having a business model that works within the current legal framework is the first step on this road to building confidence. The Personal Property Security Act 2009 forms a large part of the legal framework that businesses of today have to work with. So the first step focuses on implementing the requirements of the PPSA into the business model so that Roma can operate with confidence, knowing the law is on their side every step of the way. In saying this, it is equally important for lenders to know their business interests are safe and secure. In Roma's business dealings, there are a lot of moving parts and a lot of different parties to look after. This proposed business model requires a number of small strategic changes. These changes will underpin a more reliable approach to the way Roma's assets are secured by various parties. These changes will bring certainty. The first item for implementation into the business model is a restructuring of the agreement that Roma have with Gotcha Bank. I would firstly propose making the details of the agreement more detailed and specific, but in some aspects more flexible. Specifically, Gotcha Bank need to amend their registered security interest on the Personal Priority Security Register to include detailed information about the assets they have a security interest in. For any vehicles, including harvesters, they need to provide the VIN number as well. The effect of this proposal has a number of benefits. Not only does it create transparency between Roma and Gotcha, but importantly, it reveals to other businesses whether a security interest already exists in that property. If, for example, a search was conducted on a VIN number of any of Roma's machinery, this would trigger an alert to other businesses that a security interest already lies in this property. This will also create certainty and further enable any business entities the confidence to move forward in its business dealings with Roma. Secondly, a point of negotiation needs to take place in regards to the proceeds of the crop produced by Roma. I would propose a negotiation with Gotcha Bank to the effect whereby they produce a statement releasing the rice which is produced by Roma from their security interests, but only after it has been sold for milling. It should be noted that if other lenders have security interests, including purchase money security interests in the crop, similarly to the way Best in Time Finance could have had, then their security interest would take priority under the PPSA ahead of Gotcha's general security interest. This change to the agreement with Gotcha Bank would allow purchasers of rice for the purposes of milling, such as Sunmill, to buy and mill rice from Roma unencumbered. This would drastically improve the level of certainty when buying rice from Roma. The second suggestion for implementation into the business is the utilisation of personal money security interests, or PMSIs. This step will be uniquely important to Roma because they already act from a line of credit provided by Gotcha Bank. A PMSI is defined to cover situations where the security interest is granted over particular collateral to secure debt which enabled that collateral to be acquired by the grantor. If a company has a PMSI, they can invest with confidence knowing their security interest takes priority over Gotcha Bank's general security interest. There are many foreseeable instances where PMSIs could be successfully used as security over Roma's assets. For example, some specific items might become the subject of a security interest. When considering Roma's business dealings, these items could be many and varied, including high-tech machinery such as harvesters. Promoting the creation of PMSIs will ensure that Roma can attain the equipment and product that they need, when they need it, and on terms which are satisfactory to all parties. And even though the bank might be first in time, the PMSI holder will jump ahead and be first in line. The attainment of a PMSI is achieved easily by registering a personal money security interest on the PPSR. And now I come to an important part of my proposed business model, which arises from present proceedings between Roma, Gotcha Bank, and Best in Time Finance. This concerns lenders, such as Best in Time Finance, who lend on rice seed, securing their investment against the crop from that seed. I would advise the same clause be implemented between Roma and the PMSI holder in this situation as the suggested clause between Roma and Gotcha Bank. And that is a clause facilitating a release from the PMSI security interest of rice which is produced by Roma after it has been sold for milling. This arrangement would benefit all parties. Best in Time Finance, for example, would be entitled to claim any collateral in the rice seed, including the crop, and also the rice once it has been harvested. Their loan would be paid as per normal once payment is made for the rice. But after it is sold to the miller for milling, there would no longer be a traceable security interest in this collateral. This clause should be stated on the PPSR relating to the registered security interests of not only Gotcha Bank, but any entity in this unique position of lending on rice seed only. This is particularly relevant considering the propensity for the future mixing and commingling of the rice. This would allow companies such as Sun Mill to attain this rice for milling totally unencumbered. It would also open the opportunities for the on-sale of the rice once it has been harvested. Roma would facilitate this process, of course, by ensuring they have an Australian company number or ACN and ensuring they provide this information to any prospective business partner as a professional courtesy. These suggestions utilise the benefits of the functionality that the PPSA brings to businesses and utilises the method of creating prioritised security interests, while at the same time allowing businesses to deal freely with Roma, knowing their purchases are not encumbered with another party's security interest. This business model promotes the capability for Roma Rice to adapt, innovate, and form successful collaborations, which will continue to support a strong and prosperous Australia with sustainable food security. Thanks, Linda. I hope the client will consider this business model, or at least some of the suggestions that I have put forward.